Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of PortAventura, the Planet Coaster Recreation Series. Basically, this is another kind of finishing up episode of last week where we completely retracked Shambhala. We made it all 1 meter and nice, and it's a lot more realistic now. The layout, the forces are great. So basically, this episode is me just putting back the custom spine that was originally on the coaster. I had to completely redo it because of the way that the 1 meter redoing worked. That basically the entire layout was completely different now, so I wouldn't really be able to just put the other one back on because I tweaked quite a lot of the shaping. So it's quite a bit of a repetitive process to put a custom spine on, especially when it's 1 meter pieces, because you really have to be wary of those track connectors, otherwise it's literally you're just gonna have bits of green sticking out. So, and it's very difficult as well when you have a ride like Shambhala, which has such a bright coloured spine next to a dark coloured track connector, so it contrasts so well, which is a big shame. Which is another reason why it actually looks really nice. But to be fair, so yeah, that was annoying. But I think the result that we got was genuinely really, really nice. From a distance, the coaster looks brilliant. Actually, from up close, it still looks quite brilliant. Doing a custom spine also means you can vary the spine thickness in areas of higher stress, like at the bottom of the first drop, and then when it goes into the airtime hill, the box then goes a lot smaller because there's not going to be as much stress put on by the train, you get the gist. But basically, a custom spine is great for that, so, why not? What else is there? The second part of the time-lapse is me putting Shambhala actually back into the park. There's quite a lot of cuts in this episode because I didn't record quite a lot of it because it was quite repetitive, so I kind of just decided to record certain sections that I felt were quite important, like, starting the spine off and doing all that. So I don't think I do the whole spine in this time-lapse. I didn't record the whole thing, but whatever. So the second part is me putting the coaster back in PortAventura. You can kind of see a little bit more of what we've done. And then I do a little bit of the scenery and some of the footers and terrain work around the figure 8 helix. I guess it's an ampersand helix, sorry. So, there's a little bit of terraforming work done there. I think it looks really nice. It makes it definitely feel a lot more like Shambhala and not just shoved in the field. But, yeah, it's coming together really nicely, to be honest. The actual coaster fits very well. It doesn't really clip at all. I did also discover that because of the version 3 of the mod where everything has LSM, actually, yeah, I guess it would be V3 because that's why you get the wing coaster LSMs and sit downs. That if you do 1 meter pieces of the LSMs on the B&M sit down coasters, they actually go invisible. So as you can see there, I've redone the lift hill. You can actually see that in the last episode, but when I put this back in the park, it looks brilliant. It looks like genuinely really nice without that stupid in-game catwalk and netting. To the point where it genuinely looks real. It's so nice. So I highly recommend, you bung on a 15 meters per second squared acceleration of a 7 mile an hour LSM, and then it's just gonna act as a lift hill or whatever. And you can do the varying speeds for like gigas and hypers, which is really nice as well. It's another really nice little touch there that you can get going with that. In other news, Red Force. You may know that one of the people who's doing the recreation with us, Luke, or you may know him as ThemeParkLB. He did a Red Force recreation quite a while ago. Oh no, Ferrari Land recreation, I should say. Quite a while ago. So we're currently in the works of fixing that up and getting that. Well, not fixing it up, getting it 1 meter because we don't settle for 8 meter or like 4 meter anymore because mods, they're great. So that's currently in the works, but that's really far down the line in the project. That's going to be even completed, but I just thought I'd mention it because it's quite an exciting thing that, we've got that coaster as well, and thanks to the LSMs on the Sprint 500 track, you can actually, make an LSM launched Giga Coaster like Red Force. It's really nice. It works super well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being finished, which will be in like 4 years because PA is not progressing at the light speed, but that's okay because we'd rather take our time on it and provide you guys with something that's super high quality with all of the fine details of PortAventura, like all of those little rocks and stuff that are at the side of the paths and whatever, and just getting everything landscaped and looking realistic. Evidently with the custom spine Shambhala, very easily could have just left that as 1 meter, but to be honest, it doesn't look great with all those track connections, especially at a hyper. Plus the spine's a bit too thin. and no one really likes that really thin spine on the high areas of stress because it's just not realistic. So I think you can see I'm going back and doing this section with a thinner spine, ironically contradicting what I said, but that's because this is a hill, so you don't need that much of a thick spine on it. Otherwise, it's just kind of over-supported and overstressed. Overstressed? Overstructured. And B&M really aren't known for overstressing or structuring their coasters because they like to go by the book, be very efficient. That's why they use such a minimalist support design. There's very few B&M coasters where the actual supports will, connect to each other to form another support. There's only very rare instances like Great Bear or is it Hollywood Dream? They've got Intamin style supports, but it's very rare that you'll find B&M coasters that have that or on flat ground like Intamin would do. So they use that really nice minimalistic support structure, which I think genuinely looks really nice. It's such a clean design. It really stands out on the skyline. It looks structurally really satisfying. That might just be me though, but I genuinely really like the way that B&M coasters look. They might be my favourite aesthetic coasters, That box, something about the box spine and that track is just gorgeous. It really works so well. But anyway, I'm just rambling about B&Ms at this point. So I'll come to the end of the talking bit of the time lapse because there's quite a lot of footage to just watch here. I'll overlay some PA music on last time. Might reuse most of it. Might even put Baku's soundtrack in it. Who knows? But I just wanted to say a huge thank you for the support on the Inferno video. The cinematic video at the end of our Let's Build series. At the time of recording it, I'm blown away with the support on it. I'm really glad that you guys like that, and if I can find a way of putting it on the workshop or something, I will. But it's only because it's got the invisible mod and it's got the actual mod, and I don't really want to upload it if people aren't going to get the best experience out of it. If you don't have the mod and I give you something on the workshop, it should work. It's not going to crash your game. It's not going to not load. You just won't be able to edit it or anything. You won't be able to make the track pieces 1 meter. They'll just snap to 4. But if I give you that without the invisible mod, you're just going to have a station that's kind of in the middle of another station, and it'll look really weird, and the station will cover most of the queue line. You won't get the full experience out of it. So if you want that, maybe drop me a comment with your Discord name or something, and if you have the mod, I could DM it to you. Maybe could do that. If you want it, let me know. I'll potentially do that. I'll find a way. We'll figure something out. But yeah, anyway, so I'll wrap this up now. Thank you again for all the support. Hope you enjoy the continuous episodes of PortAventura, which should go up every week or so. They may, miss out for a week or something. Currently, I don't have another project going, so unsure about what I'm going to do, to be honest. So I'll let you know, though. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you all next time.
noche ya se entenderá en un fuego que te envolverá. Hay una música que no acabará. En el aire hay libertad. Esta fiesta es súper mágica. No puedes parar, quieres bailar hasta la luz del alba. Somos la generación de la música. Let the music play tonight. In PortAventura, there's a magic song across the tide. We're a music generation, never stop the beat. Let the music play for you tonight. Es un ritmo que nos llevará emociones para la eternidad, una magia que te encantará. No puedes parar, quieres bailar hasta la luz del alba. Somos la generación